going to do is I'm going to put this underneath her heel. This is called a heel lift. Okay? And what this is going to do is just going to shorten these muscles just a little bit so that I have a little bit more play in them. If she's standing flat, those should all be pretty tight. Okay? So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to spray this really well because this has to go to the skin. Guys, you're just going to have to deal with it. Okay? Our first strip is going to go right down the tibia, right down the face of the tibia. Everybody has a flat face of their tibia. It doesn't matter what shape and size you are. You can find it on everyone because there's no muscle that goes over that. It's just bone. Our second strip is going to go behind it about an inch or so. Okay? These do not have to be exact. This one, I don't want to see it clear over here. This one, I don't want to see it way back here. They need to be relatively close to each other. This one does need to be on the bone, but these are going to be points that we're trying to get to come together. They're not necessarily going to be perfect. You can get still see. Sometimes they'll call this a crisscross tape job. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these muscles and I'm going to pull them closer to her tibia. Okay? This tape job is only done on the medial side. It's never done for an anterior tibialis strain. Okay? This is only medial shin splints. Alright? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this. I'm going to be a little bit behind my anchor. Okay? When I come forward, I am not tearing my tape. I'm keeping it in my hand. Okay? I'm going to pull it forward and tear it here. See how it's slightly down? My next one is going to be up. My next one is going to be down. My next one, up. Okay? My down strips are going to overlap each other by half. My up strips are going to overlap each other by half. Okay? This needs to be a fairly tight weave. So we're just going to keep bringing this up the leg. This is one of those tape jobs. If this person has shin splints and you're trying to tear them with your thumb on them, okay. You see the skin here at the top? It's how it's kind of bunched. We're not getting that. We haven't pulled it tight enough. Okay? Turn your leg just a little bit. Can you see how I started back? Kind of followed on a little bit of an angle coming up. That's what we want. The reason that we want to start a little bit farther back is because, let's use this leg for a second. If I were to take my tape that was exactly the width of this anchor to this anchor, right? Okay, there we go. And I go like this. How much leverage have I got on that little tiny 2-inch piece of tape? Hardly any, right? But if I have this, I can put a lot more pressure into that and tear it about the same length. Does that make sense? I do not want to see you take your tape out and do this. Okay? Because it's not going to be tight. It's not going to get what we need. The other reason I want to be back here is because I do want to get as much of this muscle pulled to the bone as I can. If I'm only getting these little tiny short strips, I'm only going to affect this little bit right on the bone. I want it to be longer. So we don't want to wrap around the whole calf, but we do want to be back here a little bit. Alright? That's kind of how it looks. Again, this is another tape